I'm back in Kenya and I'm in the hut. It's kind of weird being back here. And I have recorded many videos, but it's very hard for me to record these videos because, okay, I'm going to be honest. Uh, Looking at myself and editing these videos, I really struggle. I don't like the way I look. I've put on 7 pounds since last year. And I know that that's healthier, but there you go. That's my reality is I feel like I'm pudgy and I feel embarrassed by that and I feel like a failure. And I think that's something that I struggle with every day of my life. Every meal. And so when I see that last year I was um, very skinny, um, now I'm forcing myself to eat and doing better, but it's not perfect. It's still a struggle. It's still me making myself eat um, because I know I'm supposed to, but I don't like it. So there you go. So when I do these videos, which like I said, recorded many, and then I sit down to edit my videos, I get upset with myself because I'm not what I want to be. And that is my craziness. So there you go. That's me being completely open, raw and vulnerable. And so that's my struggle physically. How am I doing emotionally? Well, being back in Kenya, I've gone from Kenya, I got to experience Rome and I got to experience England on the way. I had hosts who housed us and fed us, so it was nice for us to go and experience those things and have a layover. And in those places, I felt free and I felt happy. And then I went to Texas, and in Texas, I had some people that I met from people I knew in high school. We weren't necessarily close friends, but then they came and helped by buying bread and things like that. And so when I was in Texas, yes, there were a handful of people who showed up when I sold bread, but I still felt very, very much isolated. I went through a lot of culture shock, and um, I was not in a part of the world where I felt like I could be myself. Now, for those of you sweet Texans out there, please, before you get upset with me, please understand my circumstances. I was going back to my stomping grounds from my youth where I suppressed who I was because of my religious background, and the whole area is just full of triggers. I mean, I drove past the church where I got married, and I drove past the church that I used to be a part of and worked for 13 years. And I did not have the community to welcome me because when I left 15 years ago, I was this missionary who was on fire for Jesus. But what they don't know is I was already starting to deconstruct some of those things. No, I am not some evil, backslidden person. I just ask a lot of questions and love deeply. And I still believe there's something bigger, but I don't know what that is. And it's definitely not what I thought it was. Because the God I used to think I knew is not a God I'd want to worship. And I'm not going to go into all of that right now. So, recently I was asked, how, Kate, did you cope with coming out after being in a conservative Christian situation, because I'm a missionary, and then receiving a lot of negative feedback and a lot of hate messages? How did I cope? So, if you are a gay person who is a Christian or interacting with a lot of those kinds of Christians who might attack you verbally, let me just say it's not easy. It is not easy. But what I did first was I had people screen my messages. If I noticed that a message might be a really negative one, I asked someone to read it first and let me know if it's even worth my time. That's what I did. And it helped a lot. I was able to let go of a lot of the hate by just pushing it aside and putting it in the dustbin before it ever got in my head. However, quite a number of those messages slipped through the cracks because a lot of people are clever and they start their messages off with something very nice. So, on those cases, I just curled up in a ball and self-hated for a while. Maybe tried to stop my heart by not eating and struggled through. So it wasn't easy. And then I went and saw someone I knew who cared for me. And I asked her to just please grab my face and tell me I'm okay. Tell me I'm going to be okay. Please just tell me I'm going to be okay. And she knows my heart. She knows my soul. And she just grabbed my face and she said, "You're okay. You're going to be okay." And I just would stare her in the eyes because that touch on my face was so sweet. Because no one tells you that when you come out of the closet, suddenly you become as touchable as a leper. No one wants to touch you. No one. You're diseased all of a sudden. All of a sudden you're evil, and maybe that'll rub off on somebody, or maybe you'll take their touch the wrong way. Yeah, the struggle is real, so suddenly you become physically isolated and wonder why you ache for human contact. So when my friend just grabbed my face and looked me in the eyes, I cannot even tell you that was the sweetest thing ever. Because guys, I I'm just me. I love you. I love people. Don't let that freak you out. I love people. I love people. I want to help people. I'm the same mama looking after my kids, loving on them all, running my project here. It was A Future and a Hope. The name has changed, but it's Kate Ellen Adventures now, but that's still, it's the same thing. Kia is A Future and a Hope. I am now, my goal is to bring a future and a hope to people. Anyways, so here I am. I'm back on the Shire. I have so many feelings being in the same space as my ex. You know, I love Johnny very much. Just gay. We've had our struggles and he has his issues, and I'm not going to go into them here. It's not easy. Yeah. Um, so sorry. I'm trying not to cry, and I'm really trying to do this without feeling anything. Okay. Oh, this journey has been hard. And I still, after, because I came out to Johnny in August last year, but I came out to the world in March. So it hasn't been a year yet. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 9 months. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm 46.8 kilos. There is that instead of 43, so that's good. 103 pounds, for those who are curious in pounds. Why did I tell you that? I told you that because I'm diverting. I'm trying to think of something else to tell you than to get down into my heart where I really hurt. Um, I feel like there's things I want to do that I can't do in Kenya. Maybe I can, but I feel like I'm reinventing the wheel. I feel like I'm here because I'm being responsible. I feel like I need to be the one to look after the farm and make sure that all the animals get placed or loved on or cared for and all of that because I feel like it was a bit neglected while I was away. And so now someone's knocking, and so I'm gonna go. So that is where I am. I'm on the Shire, and I am moving forward and doing things to take steps where I can be here for a while so that I can look after my daughter Edith and BT and farm and do creative things and bring hope to people. And that's where I am right now. And so thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe, and I'll try to get back to you soon with more details.